Hello, welcome back to part two of my two-part knitting podcast. My name's Elfie Knits, you can just call me Erica. If you watched my previous episode of Finished Objects, this is the second part where I said I was going to show my works in progress and my fall knitting plans. So I'm really excited for this. There are a lot of things that I have in progress. Some things that I did want to show for yarn acquisitions wise that I sadly will not be getting to because there are only so many days in the summer and I get really distracted with impulse knits. So let me quickly go over the yarn acquisitions that will not come to fruition for the summer. These are like fully shelved into the spring. So first yarn acquisition will be some drop spell, holding them upside down, drop spell, for the lobster star top. I saw this one. I was just so inspired. I was like, oh my God, this is the cutest thing I've ever seen. It was also like 95 degrees outside when I saw this and bought it. So sadly, I will not be getting to it. It's just too cool outside now to really justify it. I'm already in my fall vibes. It's over, the ship has sailed. So this will bring a spring knit cast on. I got this is 100% cotton. Complete lie. It is 50% cotton, 33% viscose, 14% linen. And this is, I think, the same yarn that was the pattern designer made. Also might be a lie, but I really like these two colors. I think they're very lobster vibe-y. I was going to do like a blue lobster, but then I decided, as you will see in the next coming things, I have a lot of plans for a lot of blue things. I wanted to make something red. I'm not a red girly. I love the color red, but like I feel like on me I'm gonna look more red than I already am, so tend to avoid it. But I feel like with a lobster, how could you say no? So hopefully soon I will get on to this. By soon I mean in the springtime. Maybe this will be my first springtime cast on. I'm not sure. Second fail, as in terms of me getting to it before it turned to fall time, will be the Poppy Tea. I saw this pattern and I fell in love, heart eyes. So I got some of this Rowan cotton cashmere. I think it's like 85% cotton, 15% cashmere, really simple gray. I feel like I have a lot of white stuff and I don't wear gray that often, so I wanted to be outside my comfort zone. Sadly, I did not get to it this summer, but hopefully next summer. I did make something out of this cotton cashmere that I actually ended up, putting on hold indefinitely. So I might just frog that and then make that sweater with, it's like a brown color. I don't know. We'll see. Maybe I'll make two. It seems like a really, really quick knit. So I'm excited for it. Oh, if you want to know what I'm wearing, I did discuss it in a lot more detail in my previous episode, my podcast episode, but it is the scrunchy top by Engineering Loops. This is a gift knit for a friend that I'm giving tomorrow, but she's my best friend. She doesn't care if I wear this stuff, so I'm gonna wear it. Okay, let's get on to works in progress. So we're gonna go chronological here. So I'm showing you failed as terms of, timeline, to what I'm working on now, and then what I plan on making this fall. So this is a work in progress that I desperately wish I had the yarn for. However, I don't, and I'm kind of on a soft yarn ban, as you will see. So this is probably gonna be on hold for much longer than I want. If it was up to me, it would already be finished by now, but I just can't justify spending it's like 20 bucks. I don't know why I haven't bought it yet. I think I just have so much other yarn. I'm like, I should prioritize this. And I know the yarn will always be there, so it's not a big deal. This is sweater number 29. Buy my favorite things knitwear, might be sweater number 23, I don't know. It's the saddle shoulder one with all over cables. This beauty is already blocked, I think. Yeah, she's already blocked. And it is made with Knitting for All of heavy merino and silk mohair, both in the color Dusty Olive. This was actually just like leftovers from another sweater that I made for my husband. I made him the Moby sweater, which was also leftovers from a previous sweater that I made, which was a step-by-step sweater, which I completely frogged. These were the original yarns for it. My husband was like, no mohair, please don't have mohair. I'll never, it'd be too hot for me. So I made that Moby sweater for him without mohair. And what happens when you use more of one yarn than you have in the other, you run out of the first yarn. So I ran out of this is my last ball of the heavy merino. I need, I don't know, 3 more. I need for this, since the body's done, I need to do ribbing. This is the length I want. And then I need to do both sleeves and then the collars. So maybe like 4 balls, something like that. Like actually a decent amount. And just thinking, I'm like, do I want to buy more right now? Not really. I have so many other things I have planned. And I'm really inspired by this one. Like I want to finish it. So I know that when the time comes and I actually have time for it and I've worked through my yarn stash a little bit, like I'll finish this. I absolutely will. I think the color is really cute. It's very moody. I love it. And the pattern is really fun. I feel like I've gotten through the hard part, which is the body. I just need to do the ribbing. And the reason I just left it like this is because if when I buy more of this, if the yarn color is a little bit different, I can, change the balls, alternate them. I've noticed with Knitting for Olive, they have like impeccable dyed lot standards. I've never noticed any difference, at least with the heavy merino specifically. So I'm like not worried at all. I'm just kind of erring on the side of caution. And then this is my roundup. This is like 3 skeins of the mohair in here. Like this is an obelisk. It is scary. But yeah, this beauty sadly will just be on hold indefinitely, but I love it. Like it'll get done. It'll get done. I'm telling myself and I'm telling the poor sweater and I just have like so the yarn just like whatever. Just gonna wind it back up and then we'll move on to the next one. Okay, so next on the tier list of in order things I'm going to get done is the Key Sweater by Petite Knit. I am foaming at the mouth to finish this one. However, I do have test knits that I need to get finished first, but trust and believe whenever that is all done, this baby will be getting finished. The body is like completely done. I just need to block it. And it's actually like a scrap knit, believe it or not. I had the brown, this is Cascade 220, the brown held with Sandus Garn mohair. Both in like a nice little chocolate color. I think the mohair is actually darker brown than the heavier weight wool. I think that actually, it's very hard to tell. It adds just like a speckle of, what is it? Heathering, marling. And I really like it. And then this marzipan color is actually left over from my Moby sweater, which is in marzipan, both double Sunday and the tin silk mohair. I think it's so cute. It's actually very serendipitous. It's very similar to the original color scheme that Petite Knit had. I think hers was like actually a darker brown. This is more of a, I mean, it's dark brown, but hers was like almost black, if you could tell in the pictures. This is just a true solid, nice dark brown. It's gorgeous. I try to make this one a little bit oversized. It's pretty long, to be quite honest. And this was actually the first time me working in a Fair Isle color work, which is crazy because I have other projects that are full on color work by now. That's how long it's taking me to finish this poor thing. Just need to do the arms and then she's done. I'm so ready for, the chance to wear this. It's, scratchy, it's woolly because I have all these like mixtures of yarns, but like, are you telling me this isn't the prettiest thing in the entire world? She's gorgeous, 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 gorgeous. The raglan is beautiful. Look at those increases. Very pretty. And if you are hesitant about making the Key Sweater because you've heard that there may be some weird discrepancies in the pattern, it's been ironed out. It's very, very simple to make. Very nice. Yeah, and the inside's really cool to look at too. Very, very cool. You could tell, like, since it's a scrap yarn, like you could tell, like, this is repurposed from other blocked sweaters. it is what it is. I think it actually, for being two completely separate yarns, they are essentially the same weight. I did notice because the Cascade 220, the brown, has been worked into a sweater, it feels almost thinner, like it feels like it's been used. Maybe I'm crazy. Thankfully it blocked out all the same, really all the same. You can kind of tell that like the double Sunday, the marzipan color is just like that much more plump, if that makes sense, in like a very rich way, which made me just like want to work with it more, which leads to another project that I'll be showing off soon. Really like double Sunday. The Sandnes yarn, it just feels very luxurious. But yeah, as you can tell, I'm very excited to wear this one. I really envision myself wearing this a bunch of times, but I have other things I gotta get to first, so maybe that'll be done end of next month or something like that. It's only some sleeves. Okay, so let's get on to, again, what is going to be somewhat shelved for some test knits. This is the Eva cardigan for my husband, actually. I really wanted to make him some sort of cardigan that he can wear, like almost like Mr. Rogers vibes. Like I want it to be something he can wear all the time, whenever he feels like it. So this is it. It's in like gray. It's Sandnes Duo, which is a lighter DK, where I think this calls for almost an Aran weight, worsted weight, something like that. Barely don't hit gauge with this, so I did size up to a 2XL for him. The row gauge is off, so I'm gonna have to do like a couple. I'm like almost splitting for sleeves here, really almost splitting for sleeves. So I feel like if I put it on, like you get a good idea of like where I'm at. So you can tell like my row gauge is a little bit off. That's fine. It's just a simple cardigan in my opinion. Like it's easy to fix, to modify, because I know I'm off. So here I probably would split for myself, but he's much taller than me, so I know that he's gonna need a little bit more length. So yeah, I'm pretty excited to wear him to wear this. It's half cotton, half wool, so it's gonna be a lot cooler for him to wear. He runs hot, so do I, to be fair, but he runs hot. So I wanted to get him to wear something that's doable for inside, outside, you know, it's not a big deal. And if it's a cardigan, if it gets too hot, you can take it off really simple. So yeah, I think this is a really cool, very true neutral gray. It doesn't lean blue or brown or anything like that, not, you know, tan. It's very true gray. And I like that for him. I've made him something in black. I've made him something in forest green. It's the same color as my dusty olive. And then I've made him something in like a navy blue. So I feel like this is the next best thing to make for a neutral color. I do not trust him with wearing white. I don't trust him. So this is the best we can get. Okay, next. This is what I'm actively working on, and I love it, every second of it so far. And she will be done soon because I'm like actually addicted to this knit. This is a test knit. It's called the Rilievo sweater. It is like it's sport weight. So I've actually never worked with sport weight before, which is really exciting. I feel like with all the knitting I've done, I've never worked with sport weight. It just never happened. So yeah. This is in Cascade 220 Sport. It is in sage, something like that. It's like a eucalyptus almost. Like I've never worked with this color before, but I'm very excited. I think I look okay in greens. I think green is a good color for me. I wear a lot of dark greens, not too terribly saturated greens, like a really intense, you know, emerald green. I tend to shy away from that. So I decided instead to still go out of my comfort zone, but go for a really light green. It's almost like a mint, maybe not yellow enough for a mint, not sure. I'm actually really excited for it. I think I'll get a lot of wear out of this. This is just a drop shoulder. So this is the back yoke's done. I've just joined the front, you know, left front and right front into the all front. And then I have to, you know, work down, join the pieces, and then work on the round. Very simple drop shoulder construction. The test knit's going great so far, no problems or anything like that. I think the details on it are really gorgeous. It's not blocked at all, so you can tell it's kind of scrunching, but I'm sure it'll block out just fine. Yeah, and it's like almost like a box checkered shape, just made with some textures. I think it's going to be like a staple piece because it's so simple. It feels very timeless. It doesn't feel like too much of a statement. It's gonna be, I think I'm gonna do a turtleneck with it. So it's gonna be really, really cute, really elegant. And like, this will be done. This is actively all of my effort working on. And if you know me, which is like, if you ask my husband, like, this thing will be done in a week. Very excited for it. Okay, so those are all of my current active works in progress. Let's go over into my fall knitting plans. So after those works in progress are done, probably will maybe finish the key sweater and then like officially move over to these. So a lot of these I actually got in Denmark when I was there visiting a couple months ago. If you watch my other podcast, I did mention that briefly, that I was there and I bought a lot of yarn. I'm not gonna pronounce this properly at all, but this is the Shelved triple yarn in, I don't speak Danish. It's in like a heathered cream color. And this is going to be, I'm really indecisive for this. So if you want to give me your opinion, I would love it. Love, love, love it. I'm thinking, because this is like for the Dagmar series, this is going to be a Dagmar piece. I don't know which one. First thought was the Dagmar cardigan, the button-down cardigan in this color. I feel like is the most obvious choice. That's what I had going for it. However, kind of want to remake the Dagmar zipper. I've already made it and I love it. And maybe this would just be like that outdoor version that I wanted to make for myself, because the one I have now is more of an indoor version. I want this would be like an outdoor zipper version. If you understand what I'm saying, if you get it, yeah. This could also be the Dagmar pullover. I feel like I make pullovers by default, so I wanted to make this something a little bit more special, just a tiny, tiny bit. I love the Dagmar pullover, the traditional sweater. It looks gorgeous, but I don't know. I'm thinking either the cardigan or the zipper. Please give me your thoughts, because this is a very special piece and I'm very excited to wind it and start using it. This is shipped all, like my suitcase from Denmark. I have all of the yarn I need. I'm just holding one of the skeins, so yeah. Another thing on the fall knitting plan, I guess I'll just discuss, it's an acquisition first. Let me boast about this first. I got this at the yarn store Woolstock in Copenhagen. This is like a local mohair, like yarn dyer. Take a moment to bask in how gorgeous this is. Are you kidding me? It is also the softest thing I've ever touched. Like the softest, softer than cashmere. That's a lie. It feels like it though. It's very, very soft. I got 3 of these, I think. So 50 grams, like when I hold it with something, this will be enough. Are you kidding me? How pretty is she? She's gorgeous. She's stunning. I think I'm gonna hold it with this. This is some sort of alpaca yarn that I bought forever ago. I think I'll be able to find it and link it down below. This is an all alpaca heathered blue. I think this will complement it. I also have another fingering weight merino that would work. It's like essentially the same color. I like this color. I just haven't made things with it. Like I've just like accumulated it like some sort of hoarding dragon, all of these like blues. Like I have so many other blues I'm going to show you. I like it. I have yet to make it. That's just how it's shaking out. So this is a beautiful, beautiful kid silk mohair. It's 72% kid silk mohair and then 28% silk. Am I stupid? You know what it is. It's the traditional kind of mix of silk and mohair. Gorgeous, super soft. Can't wait to work with this. I think I'm gonna hold it with this. Not 100% sure. And then make this sweater. I'm forgetting the name of it. She's stunning. It seems like a gorgeous cable project. I think this would do it a lot of justice, but I'm not entirely sold on it. I'm also not entirely sold on pulling these two together. I have other options for this, but like this is going to be the start of the show, and I'm worried that this alpaca, I think this is worsted Aran weight, held with something might be too bulky, so I might do a fingering weight with her. We'll see. We'll see. I'm excited to like discover that and kind of go through my Ravelry pages and really go with something, because I have a sweater's quantity of something. But what shall it be? Not sure. I'm also doing another test knit called the cardigan. I'm very excited for this. I'll have a little picture of what it's supposed to look like up here. I'm going to hold it in these two. Stunning. I'm very, very proud of these colors that I picked. Very, very proud. These is Signet Skirt Double Sunday, and they're in, I think this is deep burgundy, and then this is whipped cream. So just barely off white. And then this is like a really a true deep burgundy. Not much heathering or anything on these two colors because it's an all over color work. It's gonna be steeked. First time I've ever doing steeking, so I'm really excited for that. And I think it's gonna look gorgeous, like stunning. I'm so excited. I think the vision is there. I'm very, very excited. Like, come on. I don't really think I'm like a burgundy girly, but I will make it work. It will be worked. And I'm so excited. I don't think I've actually worked with like a true burgundy. I've worked with like a Merlot, maybe exactly the same thing, but I never wear it because I also make the arms too short, so I might gift that away. But this one, I will make it work. I decided to splurge and do the double Sunday route instead of maybe like a Peer Gynt. I was thinking that since this is going to be an all over color work, I'm gonna be working a lot with it. And I noticed that with the Peer Gynt, my hands do kind of hurt a little bit because it's a little bit stiffer of a yarn. So I was like, oh no, I have to get the really soft one. So I got this one. I also think that, you know, I'm an adult. I could splurge a little bit if I want to. So yeah, I'm really excited for this one. This will be cast on immediately after the other test knit because these are both test knits and I need to get them finished, completed mid-September and September, which I think is very doable for me. So I'm really excited. I think it's gonna be a very enjoyable time. Next on the yarn acquisitions, I actually just brought over the bag because it's easier for me too. This is going to be I think it's called the Unicorn Sweater by Star-Crossed Knits. I might be completely wrong about that name, but like I think most people know what this sweater is, so she doesn't need much introduction. I got it in the Cascade Yarn 220 Sport, which was the recommended yarn, and I got it in the recommended colors because I saw it and I had to have it. I had that. Sometimes I do deviate. I would say about 60% of the time I deviate from not only the yarn color, but the yarn choice. I kind of just swap it in whatever hits gauge. But this one was an exception. She did such an incredible job with the colors. I mean, the navy as the main color, and then having these like other pops of colors. This is, it doesn't list the color. It's like a sky blue. And then having that, this one's a natural with this, like, are you kidding me? It's gorgeous. So I also got the red that's needed for it too, just a little bit of red. And I'm really excited for it. I've actually had this one. This was a Christmas gift yarn. So I've had this one forever. This will be a fall knitting project, 1000%. Once I finish the Karina cardigan and the Rilievo. Why am I saying it so wrong? It's spelled a little bit weird. My tongue does not like it. I'm very excited for these. Definitely fall knitting plan. I just had a yarn drop on the ground and I just spent like 2 minutes searching for it. So we're back. So, and then this might be the last, this might transition to a winter knit. I think this might, we're digging a little bit into the future here. So we'll see. This yarn is going to be for the Daphne cardigan. I think that's what it is. This is both Isair, this is Trio 1. Gorgeous color, gorgeous, like baby blue. And then this one is almost like a sea green blue, like at the depths of water. So it's like it's a hair bit muted, a little bit green almost. This is the alpaca too. This one's 50% alpaca, 50% wool. And then this is linen, cotton, and viscose, I think. This gives a lot of structure, a lot of integrity, because alpaca grows like crazy. This is the recommended yarn. I bought this in Copenhagen. This was really at the time where this cardigan just came out and I was so inspired. So I went there, not with the color in mind, but I knew I was getting this yarn because I was recommended. I've also never worked with this combination before, so I knew I did not have the bandwidth to try to substitute it in for like pieces. You know, to me, having linen, cotton, and viscose in specifically, I think this is a lace weight with a sport weight of alpaca and wool. It's like, whoa, to me, this is overload. I need to just stick with what is recommended. So that's what I did. I think the slight lighter color of the lace weight is going to complement the thicker sport weight yarn that's heavier, that's darker, very well. I'm very excited for it. I think it'll look good on me. I think I'm a blue girly. My eyes are blue, so I think when I wear blue, it complements pretty well. And this is not final yarn, because I do have a lot of like sock yarns that I'm not showing because they're in the bottom of my yarn stash. They just kind of get like shuffled down in there. It's like a current. It just gets shuffled down when I have to pick up new stuff. So they're at the bottom. I didn't want to dig through them, but I have a couple sock yarns, you know, like a white, a really cute little pink, and a purple, my colors. So they're there. And then this is the last one. This is another idea that I have. This is going to be maybe for the Celine cardigan. Again, this blue yarn, I'm still debating on another sweater. We'll see. We'll see. She has a couple of options. She's getting used. She's very soft, but it is that alpaca, so I really want like some sort of structural integrity, which I think a mohair would really help with. So this is Knitting for Olive's Dusty Dove Blue. I usually don't go for this dark of a blue, which is crazy because I literally I think this is like look at all the blues that I have. Are you kidding me? I have like every shade of blue under the sun right now. This is not all of them. I have more blues. So I think I'm gonna combine this, and it's gonna be like moody. It's gonna be winter. It's gonna be cool. Probably won't get made. Like, let's be honest. I'm probably gonna find some other reason to use this one, but I hope my idea in my brain, this is going to look great and it's gonna look really cute. I'm just worried again, it might be too heavy because this one is, it's not as thick as this one. This is like a true Aran weight yarn. She doesn't play around. Like if you put a lace weight with this is truly a bulky weight yarn. So I think if I combine this with this, I could still get away with like an Aran weight yarn, but a lot of stuff that I wanna make with this color isn't Aran weight. So we'll see. We'll see. This is a first world problems. All right, well, I think that one was a pretty short one, to be quite honest. I have a lot more that I wanted to say, oh, well, this will be fall knitting, but I'm trying to be really practical here. I think these are tangible things I can get done before the winter time. I like to, if I say I'm gonna do them, I can get them done. So we'll see if that actually comes to fruition. I have 2 real works in progress, then 1 more, and then this. So we'll see. I think I work pretty fast, you know, probably doable. And yeah, I'm excited. I think if any of these were to spill over into winter knitting, it's not really the biggest deal. I think what really is bad is when you plan stuff for winter and then they take so long into that springtime that's already hot outside. That is, to me, it's like you really have to plan for your knitting. If you want to wear it, obviously you can knit whatever you want. So when things go from fall knitting into winter knitting, I don't think it's the biggest deal ever. I do have a couple things planned for winter that I'm really excited to discuss when that happens. My cat's trying to jump on my knits right now. And yeah, I'll see you next time. Maybe I'll have a vlog that I'm thinking about doing for this one specifically because she's gonna be a little bit of work, so I might as well make it fun, vlog it. And yeah, it'll be my first time steeking with this one, so it's gonna be scary. I'm excited to steek though. I think it's gonna be a good time. But yeah, Thanks so much for watching. See you next time.